I was like packaging Troyce's doggy bag, and I remember that we made tamales. He's not gonna necessarily eat, but he's gonna open it and show you. So unwrap it, and you can get this at Belizean restaurants. I don't think they're gonna be this big and fat like mine. You're watching the Bear Pantry Show. My name is Barbara, and for over a decade I've been teaching viewers and subscribers how to cook authentic dishes from my home country of Belize and many other delicious dishes from basic ingredients. And then this one is called dukunu, and it's made with the corn on the cob. See how it's in the corn husk? You can open that one for them.
Pretty.
And so you're supposed to grate the corn on the cob, right? And then put the coconut milk and stuff. But me at the Bear Pantry Show, we do things easy here. Just unwrap it again. There's another one.
Wow.
And I just take the kernel corn in a can and I put it in the blender. I get dragged for that too.
Oh, yeah.
Because I do life easy, right? No, this one's kind of sweet. This one is savory. That one's kind of sweet. And it goes well with the stewed chicken.
Okay.
Like that's a meal. They put the dukunu together with the stewed chicken. You guys, I'm so horrible. I forgot that we made all this stuff because I really went all out.
You did.
Yeah. I'll wrap
and
that
I appreciate that. That's a lot of food.
Okay.
Wait, I gotta try the other bean.
The beans panades? Okay.
Is that chicken?
Both of these are beans.
Okay.
We don't put chicken in the panades. It's always refried beans or the fish.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same refried beans that you had on that first taco, the garnaches. Mm-hmm. Garnaches is my favorite meal, by the way. You know, except for rice and beans and stuff. Mm-hmm. Garnaches is my favorite one. And I love panades too. Me and Joe have panades at least twice a month. But what he does, because when you go to the Belizean restaurants, I don't know if the panades are going to be this big, right? What he does, he fries them big and we eat one. And then I have a garden salad with it.
Oh, wow. So y'all just split it.
You like this dinner, huh?
Mm-hmm. Especially this pepper sauce.
Are you ready to tell us which was your favorite?
After the dessert.
Okay, after the dessert. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But do you have like any like traditional Belizean creams for like moisturizing your face and conditioning?
No, not me per se, but Joe does, because he was brought up on coconut, and so they would grate the coconut flakes and they would rub the flakes on their skin afterwards because they didn't have lotion, and that stuff moisturized them really well. So he's always trying to make things out of coconut. When we had our print shop, because we printed plastic bottles, we had a lot of customers come to with lotions and stuff, as you would imagine.
Right.
And we wanted to do that, and we went to a lab, and they would give us somebody else's thing to private label.
Right.
And I wanted to really look into that, but then we never got into it because we're so busy printing the bottles, you know? That's one of the things that I like about Troyce too, because he'll say, why didn't you get off your ass and do this? He holds you accountable. I like that. You know, sometimes when I'm like losing motivation, I just go watch one of your videos. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. This is a young person. This, you know, he has a video where he says my 40th birthday and what I've learned. That was so funny. People were so stupid. You should have seen your comments.
They didn't read the comments. They didn't watch the video. That's how you know they didn't watch the video. If you to this day who still think I'm 40, and I'm like, I didn't watch the video.
You know, and so
someone smart did a quick Google search, but others just didn't watch the video.
But you see, like your A1 day ones, they know.
Yeah, you watch the video.
They know. I've been watching since the first video, you know, and it's like, and it's not everything that you say that I agree with, but it's okay. Yeah. It's okay to not agree with somebody over everything. Yeah. I love when you talk about Beyonce. Are you going to be making a video about Beyonce?
I really do.
I love when people tell me Beyonce's real age, because Jaguar Wright went on somebody else's platform and said that Beyonce is the same age as Gabrielle Union. Yeah. That thing sent me into a tailspin, because I'm like, I kind of figured she was older than she was saying, but that old?
The conspiracy theories. Because like, you know, Jet Magazine had like it was a picture of her mother, and she was like really, really big as a toddler. And then her birthday a couple years ago, her mother was like, happy 39th birthday, and it was like, wait, isn't Beyonce 36? What was going on? And then her mom quickly edited the caption and said, oh, accidents happened. I'm like, okay.
Well, she's trying to say that she's the same age of Pink. But according to Jaguar Wright, she went to school with Gabrielle Union, and they have pictures together where they were in class together. Not just that she went to the same high school and she was in 9th grade while Gabrielle Union was in 12th grade. They were in class together, according to her. I haven't seen the picture, so I'm dying for you to do the homework and put the video out there. I'll be the first one watching and liking.
We're gonna do that.
Yeah, and that's why I'm thinking the belly pop with Blue Ivy. Remember that belly thing? Remember that?
I remember the belly folding thing.
Yeah.
That was really crazy.
What do you think happened there? You think she used a surrogate?
You know,
for Blue, because I think Blue Ivy's her baby. I think that's her bio baby, but I think she used a surrogate. That's a conspiracy theory. Okay, don't come.
That's a big conspiracy theory that she was never really pregnant. But I'm like, I don't know, because you know Wendy Williams did her whole thing. Remember that episode? There's a video on YouTube, someone talking about it. Wendy Williams did like a whole little breakdown where she made a lot of pregnant women sit down to test to see if their belly would fold, and they had them wearing the same dress as Beyonce, and they're like, okay. Wendy Williams was like, okay, ladies, line up. Here's a list of pregnant women wearing the exact same dress as Beyonce, and they're all pregnant. Let's have them sit down. They all sat down, and none of their like bellies folded. So they had everybody like, okay.
Her belly didn't just fold; it deflated. So what the hell? And I don't see anything wrong with using a surrogate.
Yeah.
Gabrielle Union used a surrogate. It was successful. She's got a beautiful baby girl. I love that little girl, by the way.
Same thing with Kim Kardashian.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong if you can't carry a baby to term. I would never tell you to do that and then risk your life, because it's you can. Belize people say when you're pregnant, it's 1 foot in the grave and 1 foot out. That's how serious a pregnancy is. Not everybody who get pregnant make it. Sometimes the baby survives. I have a cousin where we went to the wedding, and she's 17 now. Her mom died on day 9 after giving birth to her.
Wow. And
that was her 5th child, I think, or her sixth child, and we don't know why she died. Something with the heart. Not a heart attack, but something with the heart. So not everybody make it. So if you're a woman and you have to risk your life, like Kim Kardashian, whatever she had, that placenta thing or whatever, that's risking her life. I don't knock you if you want to use a surrogate. I don't think nothing's wrong with that. You shouldn't be ashamed of that.
Yeah. You just should be open about it and not lie. Because I think people have no respect for you if you tell the truth. People may not like you for telling the truth, but you should always tell the truth regardless.
Right.
Even if you're embarrassed at what people will say, you should just tell the truth. Yeah. Because it's like they say, the truth sets you free. You shouldn't just go around lying.
I don't like liars around me. If I meet you and I find out that you're telling lies, I tend to pull back right away, and I'm careful what I say to you after that. And then if I have to Google everything you're telling me, that doesn't work for me, because I should be able to trust what you tell me.
Like Tasha Kay, for example. Like when she told like a few of the lies that she told in terms of like the Cardi B situation, and admitted it in court, and was like, oh yeah, I told all those lies for views and to trend the internet and all that stuff. A lot of people lost respect for her, and that's just like the reason why I lost respect for her. Her commentary. It's like, okay, why would you tell these lies for views? So sometimes when someone lies, that's when I just be like, okay, yeah, I have to.
It makes you start to wonder which stories you can believe, right? Which stories she tells that you can believe, right?
Because people who are like liars are always wearing a certain mask, and it's like I don't know what mask or what version of you I'm getting. So since I don't know what version of you I'm getting, I got to be cognizant of what I tell you. And you also got to watch how they act around other people as well.
And you know what bothers me too, Troyce? When you see grown women like in their late 30s, or even the early 30s or whatever, especially in their 40s, and they do that pregnancy reveal. Yeah. I don't like the pregnancy reveal thing, because they always go off of a test that they took at home, and the tests are pretty accurate, but most miscarriages will happen within the first 10 weeks of pregnancy. Yeah. So I always tell women, wait until you get that first visit where the doctor does an ultrasound. Yeah. You see the baby, you see that the baby's healthy. Anything can happen after that, Yeah. But I feel like that's a safe point for you to tell people that you're pregnant, is after you get that first appointment. And a lot of these YouTubers, I found out, I like watching the beef sector, because you learn things about YouTube watching them fight, right? And I found out that they buy pregnancy tests, positive pregnancy tests. They buy ultrasounds. They buy ultrasound with twins in them, and they show it, and they know they're not pregnant. And then there's women out there that are struggling to get pregnant, that they're messing with these women's psyche. You know what I mean?
Like when some YouTubers have been known to allegedly, lie about miscarriages and shit like that, or when some YouTubers, have you seen those YouTubers film their miscarriages?
Like the actual loss?
Yeah, some YouTubers have actually filmed their miscarriages. Like CG So Cool, if you're not familiar with him, he filmed his wife having a miscarriage. And I was like, what the fuck?
YouTube didn't take that down?
No, they left it up. Like, YouTube has some fucking nerve. They
to take your stuff on because you use BLACK hair.
Yeah, like I'm talking about crazy, controversial social issue, but they'll leave a man filming his wife having a miscarriage. And I'm like, what the fuck? Well, and then the same thing with like Queen Naja and Chris when they were together. I don't know if you watched their videos back then.
I saw you did a video on them, right?
Yeah. There was that couple channel back then where they filmed their entire miscarriage, and the man was like recording her, and he was like, "Damn guys, pray for us. Like my girl having a miscarriage right now. Wow. Pray for her." Like recording the whole fucking thing, recording her sitting on the toilet, like taking this shit and everything.
Oh my god!
She took the fucking like doctor's gown home with her and everything to try to like really sell it. And then it was even as like she even took the oxygen tank with her when she left the hospital.
And you don't need none of that.
Yeah, and to be she lied. She fucking had the oxygen tank with her in the car
after a miscarriage. What kind of shit is that?
Troyce, I've had a miscarriage. You don't need oxygen. I've had the DNC after the miscarriage without drugs. Wow. Because I have a rare enzyme. I wear this thing for a rare enzyme deficiency that I was born. I will never say it public because these people are not going to kidnap me and kill me. Yeah. but without drugs, right? And you come home and you're just kind of bleeding out. And I miscarried at home. You know, and you don't need no oxygen though.
Yeah. She had a big oxygen tank in the car. It's like on her fucking lap.
Did they get a lot of views?
Yeah, they did.
Because people are stupid. They'll watch us all, right?
Yeah. They got like 200,000 views like within a couple of hours.
Oh my god.
And I'm looking at this stuff and I'm like, okay, wait, something's not adding up. Why the fuck do you need a big ass oxygen tank from the hospital on your lap? Like that's theft. Like why are you stealing oxygen from the fucking hospital? Something's not adding up here. And then I was just like, okay, yeah, something's not adding up. Then, the husband's like, filming the whole thing. And then he edits the video. He posts it online. And he thinks that. And then he literally titles it, Queen Miscarries Our Baby. I'm like, what the fuck films and posts this stuff on the internet? People are really
That's like that crazy guy that went to Japan and filmed the guy.
Logan Paul.
Yeah, him. He's still on the internet. They didn't take his stuff away, right? They didn't take his platform away.
The video, YouTube did not take it down. He willfully took it down because of the backlash. And YouTube, and the public gave YouTube backlash because they were like, wait, why did he have to take it down and you guys didn't take it down? And then YouTube had to really start knuckling down on content after that because the public was very enraged over that.
They always mess it up for us. The people that are putting up clean content, like you say, you're talking social issues. Yeah. If you don't agree with what he's saying, Joe, this one, we don't worry with it because the battery did. If you don't agree with what he's saying, go to the next video.
Exactly.
Just move on. I like certain conspiracy theories, like Beyonce's Age thing. That's a conspiracy theory. A very interesting and even the thing with Chris Rock and Will Smith, to me, that's a conspiracy theory now, right? Just pull that whole thing off. Oh, perfect. And so I like that, but I don't indulge too much in conspiracy theories because some people don't know where to make it stop, and then you have what happened on January 6th when the people stormed the Capitol, whatever. For me, it's not. You have any? Are you gonna grab it? Okay. We ran out of utensils. I wanted the get this. Let me show them. They might not have seen this. Okay, Troyce, let me tell you while you're biting into that. When you go to the Belizean restaurant, you're gonna see the jam roll like this. I don't know how much they sell you a big piece like this for, because you're supposed to take the dough, roll it out, put the jam in the middle, flap it over, mash the ends, and bake it. I don't like it like that because you either get too much of the jam or too little of the jam if it oozed out or whatever, right? So I did it like this. I put the dough on the bottom, spread the jam in the middle, put the dough on the top, and then I cut it like bars. And this is, a lot of my viewers like it like this. They're like, we like the way you did it. That's easy for us to do. That easier than that one right there, right? Yeah, and you get an even keel of the jam and stuff. Let me move. Put this one over there. Want me to take that over there? Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Thank you so much. Joe and Joshua has been on it today, man.
Yeah. No, we're good. We're good. Yeah, we're good. So yeah, thank you.
Oh, this is what I'm looking for. Shoot, put it right there. So when you go to a Belize restaurant in the future to buy anything, you're not going to see jam roll looking like that, like the one you're eating. And now the powder bun that I gave you, I don't know if they're that big when you buy it, but they're $3.50 a powder bun now. And I told you I can't complain because it's hard to cook and ingredients are expensive now and yada yada, right?
No.
I wanted to try this. This is like a flan. See how it looks? Spread pudding is like this one's bread and butter. Okay. I did that. That's my mom's bread pudding. It's in the book. It's in the Belizean book, alright? My friend Julie, hi Julie, told me, that young man's gonna come and you're not gonna make your mom's bread pudding? I'm like, okay, Julie.
It is fun.
It's caramelly too, right? Has a nice milky taste.
Yeah, the aftertaste is good too.
You know what's in it? Condensed milk, evaporated milk, eggs, the whole eggs, lemon extract. My mom was a firm believer that not everything needs vanilla extract. Some things need lemon and some things need pineapple. Like the cake has pineapple extract. Okay. It's so different, you know?
I think because vanilla is so universal. Everybody loves vanilla. I guess for a lot of people it's a safe option.
And it goes good in certain sweet breads, but it doesn't go good in certain cakes. You know what I mean? We would put lemon extract in this cake too if we wanted, but I like the pineapple better. So this cake has the royal icing and the strawberry Smucker strawberry jam in the middle. This one has the boiled milk, like the dulce de leche.
Creative.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit. I don't know. We might have to split up this thing in 2 videos. What do you think? 2 videos, huh? Yeah. Tell us about moldavite, because you made a whole video on it. My cousin Cindy bought her moldavite right away. There's a lot of changes happening for her, but she knew going into it because of your video that some things could happen to change to level her up. And she sees, even though it's the changes are happening now, she still sees what that future looks like.
Oh yeah, let me explain to moldavite people what moldavite is. Moldavite, you can hold it if you like. It's a very powerful meteorite. It's they call it a crystal, but it's not really a crystal. It's a meteorite that came onto Earth, which scientists assume maybe around 15,000 years ago.
Okay.
So it's been on this Earth for longer than most of us humans have been able to even understand what Earth is. So it's known to carry a lot of high vibrational energy, which means because it's so high vibrational, it can literally get rid of literally anything that's low vibrational. Toxic people, let's see, horrible characteristics that you have, toxic traits that you have, is going to force you to literally acknowledge it. So it's almost going to rip the band-aid off. When I first got moldavite, the first thing I realized was I had a very toxic, low vibrational friend. Literally, like, 24 hours of me getting the moldavite, I realized, wow, this friend is not good for my energy. Yeah, I don't want to fuck with you no more. I'm good. And it was because of that moldavite. And I didn't want to give it that much credit because I was like, nah, it can't be because of that damn meteorite. It can't be. But realistically, that's what it does. It literally takes your blindfold off. Because many times as humans, we learn to enable people's behavior, ignore bad things, ignore human red flags. But moldavite will almost rip off the spiritual blindfold. Because sometimes we like to deny things. Sometimes we like to hide in the dark. And moldavite just says, nope, face the truth. So it'll kind of heighten your senses, open up your third eye, and make you realize things that you've been ignoring.
You gave it credit in your video for the move to California.
Yeah.
You said you've always wanted to move here. You visited several times, but you were fearful, right?
I was scared to go.
Of leaving, because you were born and raised in Florida, right?
Yeah.
And then you made the move. So I'm grateful to Moldavite for that.
Yeah.
And it's not cheap. It's not a cheap meteorite. How much is this one?
It's about $40 per gram, and that one is about 29 grams. Damn. Yeah, $40 per gram.
Dang.
Yeah.
My cousin paid like $2 for hers, $200 some dollars.
She probably has like, let's see, I don't feel like doing the math, but I'm sure she has a pretty good, decent sized one. Because $2 is pretty pricey, but probably has like one that's probably around like 8 grams. And
she bought it from the place that you said. She clicked on the link and bought it. Because I sent her a lot of your videos.
Oh, yeah.
I send your videos to Jada when she's right there in her room. And I send it to some of my other friends that I've made through doing YouTube. I've met a lot of great friends through doing YouTube. But if you were to ask me what's the one thing I did right in YouTube and what's the one thing I did wrong in YouTube, it would be that friendship thing. And I didn't reach out to friends because I need friends. Because I have a husband that loves me, my kids, I got family, whatever. But some people just kind of came on as friends, and I've got some true friendships out of it. But I've kissed a lot of toads on the way.
Energy vampires.
Yeah. I've kissed a lot. And I'm you know what, Troyce? I never put them out of my life. They always leave willingly. They're always just like gone. And then they get mad at me later on. I didn't put you out of my life. I just stopped listening to your crap. You know what I mean?
Almost like you put a boundary. You dealt with them accordingly, and they decided to leave because they benefited from you not having boundaries.
I always tell a story about Jonah in the Bible, and he's the one that was in the belly of the big fish. You remember that story from the Bible days? Ever heard that one?
I never heard that one.
Okay, so the people always say it's a whale, but it's not necessarily a whale. It's a big fish. And when what happened was, God appeared to him and said, I need for you to go to this other city called Nineveh and tell those people over there that they're doing wrong things, and I'm going to destroy that whole city. And he didn't care about those people. It's kind of like if me, a Belizean, if they tell me that about Guatemala, I don't care, because Guatemala is always threatening Belize. And I have a lot of Guatemalan viewers. They know what I mean when I say that. I wouldn't want to go to Guatemala to warn them. You know what I mean? So I figure that's what Jonah was doing. So he went on this fisherman's boat, and they were fishing for a living, and this big storm came up. And they didn't believe in Jonah's God, right?
Right.
So they're like, what the hell is happening? Whose God did we anger? Because back in them days, they had a lot of gods people believe in. And then Jonah says, it's my God. You know, I'm disobedient to him, and he's trying to get me, not you guys. So you guys are going to have to throw me off your boat if you don't want your boat to sink. And they're like, we can't throw you off the boat into the ocean. You're going to die, right? It was bad out there. And the thing got worse. So they threw his ass off the boat. And that's when he got swallowed by the big fish. You know, and I don't know if these stories are true. I don't think the Bible is meant to be taken literally, but they're a story, right?
Life lessons.
And Jonah's such a fool. He stayed in that big fish for 3 days before he cried out to God. You think I would have stayed in there 1 minute? If I believed in God like that, right? I would say, get me out of this fish, right? So, but I tell that story all the time to my viewers to let them know sometimes you're going to have to throw people off your boat. They might not be evil. They might not even want to harm you, but like you say, they're jealous.
Yeah.
And they bring that spirit to you. They don't want to help you with nothing.
They can't
Low key,
help it.
they act like they're helping you with something. But then they'll put you down like, oh, girl, you lost all that weight. And it's like, because I remember when you used to be fat because blah, blah. I'm like, why do you have to bring up that part though?
They do that because they kind of want to lower you. Because a lot of times they preferred when you were at a low vibrational state. They preferred when you were struggling. They preferred when you thought low of yourself. And that made them more comfortable. So when you start elevating and you're more higher vibrational and you start getting rid of dark energy, that's when they're like, okay, I'm not used to that. This makes me uncomfortable. Let me remind you of who you used to be.
Oh, that's when they do the thing. Okay, yeah. And then later on, I've noticed that when you tell people what hurts you, like what your weaknesses are and what hurts you, like if I have a friend and I'm telling them, well, this person did this one time and that hurt me so bad, right? They'll use it against you. That same person will come back and use that same thing against you. So I stopped telling people what hurts me, you know, because it's like, what am I telling? And the way I look at it, Troyce, because I've been with Joe for 37 years and we're married 35. If I don't have to chase after Joe for certain things, you know, for his love, for his affection, his attention, because he gives that freely to me, why am I going to chase after somebody I just met through doing YouTube? I don't. You know, so if he don't put me through the stress that some of them put me through, my thing is if Joe doesn't put me through that stress, then I'm not gonna allow you to put me through that stress. That's my my meter. You know, it's because the only person I have to answer to is Joe.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in this relationship together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I respect that. You guys are a team at the end of the day, and at the end of the day, those friendships will teach you a lot of valuable lessons about who you should share your energy with and who you shouldn't.
Right.
Because people think that a lot of us, you know, wake up one day and say, you know what, I'm going to set up boundaries. No, you have to learn the hard way that boundaries are important. You have to have people shit on you, disrespect you, steal from you, lie to you, manipulate you, and take advantage of you in order for you to set those boundaries.
Right.
But
it's not like you're mean. Yeah, this is... I might end up getting one. Jada
Yeah.
said she's not ready. Jada says I'm not ready. Jada's scared. And she's into crystals and stuff, but this one's a meteorite, guys. It's not a crystal.
High energy.
Uh-huh.
And
it's
just
pretty, though.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like
so they just get it off the rock and they don't clean it up or anything. They don't smooth it off, nothing, right?
Usually because since it's a meteorite, it's like connected to like a whole bunch of like rocky stuff. So they have to like, you know, pitch out all the rocks.
Chisel it out. Okay.
Yeah, pick out all the rocks until it's fully green, and then boom, they just sell it.
And what does this one do? This is a crystal.
Larimar, yeah, it's a crystal. They said that it usually helps you for like balancing intuition and heightening your dream levels and stuff like that. And I've still kind of seen a difference, but I more so just like because it's so pretty.
It is.
Yeah,
I like the color.
It's so
pretty. And I like that it has that dragon wrapped around it. It's unique. I like unique stuff.
I get compliments on it all the time. But in general, you've never owned a crystal before.
No.
You should definitely go to a crystal shop. Go to a crystal shop one day.
Okay.
And just pick out some that speak to you, spirit.
All right.
You'll know for like.
I'll know when I get there. No, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah, crystals are just, you know, like, I can tell like you're like, you know, like you're big on energy and you're spiritual. But crystals are like they're alive. I believe crystals are also alive. Like they carry a lot of energy. But you know, just go to a crystal shop one day, pick out like maybe one or two that you like, and just see if you see a difference.
Because we were raised up so religious, I think I had the thought process for many years. It's like, okay, we do what the Bible says. This, and no more. But then somebody said the other day on some YouTube channel I was watching, and it says, what happens when you blow birthday candles? It's the same thing. We're believing in some type of magic.
Yeah.
Because then why blow up these candles and make a wish, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, that's for real though. And do you have a set of tarot cards?
I have some at home. I wish I would have bought them.
Yeah.
But I think about crystals and like tarot cards, it's like people think, oh, it's just magic, you're messing with, and a lot of times the energy is you. Like you're the real magician, but don't realize it. It's like what we talked about earlier, how you say, you know, people can cast curses on you by like wishing you like damn, wishing you hell, or when you talk about something great in your life and they say, oh, watch, this is gonna happen. Like they spell cast it. Or like sometimes if you have enemies or people who don't like you, they'll like say negative shit and wish it your way. But that's just a perfect example of like we really are like the powers that be. Like everything is us. So when you get like crystals and tarot cards and stuff, all of that stuff just amplifies everything that's already in you.
Because it's okay.
Because people always talk about like, oh, the bad effects of like moldavite. Like how you talked about, you know, your cousin had moldavite. She loves it and everything, but a lot of weird things have been happening ever since. But a lot of times you don't realize that a lot of that stuff is just the blindfold being ripped off of you, and it's just amplifying you. So these are just tools.
Right.
But I don't go anywhere without it.
You carry that everywhere.
I carry it everywhere. Keep it in my like little side backpack and everything. I take it everywhere. I just love the energy that it carries. And one thing that I will say about moldavite that's really interesting is I can tell you're someone that's sensitive to energy too. It makes you more aware of your energy sensitivity. Like sometimes, like I say, once I started getting into crystals, especially like once I got into moldavite, I started being more sensitive to other people's energy to the point where I can actually catch myself absorbing people's anxiety. Do you have that too?
You could not be a masseuse.
Really?
I couldn't be a masseuse because I would bring that energy home from that person that I'm massaging.
Really? So you absorbed people's anxiety before?
Yeah.
Scary, right? That's what happens when you're an energetic sponge, and that's why you gotta have balance. That's why as soon as you catch someone's energy, you have to just mentally tell yourself, okay, this is not my energy. This is this person's anxiety. That is not mine. I am not paranoid. I am not. That's theirs. I'll be sitting at the airport. I'll be on the plane, and I'll sit next to somebody that has anxiety, and I'll just be like, "Oh fuck, this is gonna be a long flight." That's literally me. Or I'll be like sitting behind an Uber driver, and sometimes people who drive have anxiety, and my Uber driver will have like bad anxiety, like on the express lane, and I'll be like, "Oh Lord, my Uber driver's having hella anxiety right now. Like, this is not gonna be fun." Or like when I walk inside, let's say, like one time I walked into Veggie Grill, if you guys don't know what that is. Veggie Grill is a popular vegan restaurant. I walked in, as soon as I walked in, I just caught like a random anxiety. I'm like, what the hell is that? And usually when I feel that, I instantly like walk away.
It's somebody that's in there? You pick up on it?
Yeah, someone that has like very low vibrational energy. Typically, when you absorb someone's anxiety, that's a telltale sign that they're probably toxic or they're around toxic people. So when I absorb someone's anxiety and they're having intense anxiety, I usually can tell like, okay, this person's going through a lot of shit. Because anxiety is normal. We all get it every once in a while. But when someone has an absurd amount of it, yeah, at that point, that person needs like serious like help. Like my Lyft driver that actually that I was with earlier.
Is it the one that brought you here?
Not that one. Okay. The one that took me to Haven City Market. The one I had like hours ago. She actually had horrible anxiety, and she was like opening up to me about like a whole bunch of stuff in her life and how she doesn't know like her path because she was a young woman. Didn't know where she wanted to go in life, and she was like catching anxiety as she was telling me these things. And I'm just like,
and she's driving you.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, this anxiety. Oh, relax. And I gave her one of my crystals that I carry in my backpack. I have like this clear crystal that I carry for like calming myself. And I gave it to her before I left, and I was like, oh, here you go. Here, you can have this. And that's usually like what I do when I meet people like that, because that's what moldavite and crystals in general do. Like, it just makes you more aware. Oh, and also I have very crazy experiences with like animals sometimes. Like, I don't know if you watch my videos, but I talked about how sometimes crows will like literally follow me, try to speak to me.
That's Jada. Birds.
Really? Birds follow her?
Birds. Yeah, ever since she was little.
Wow.
She's petrified of them because they'll come and crap in her hair because she always had wild woolly hair, and she don't like birds at all.
They just follow her for some reason.
And when we went to the beach, when she was singing at the beach and stuff, she's like, Daddy, get the seagull to go. They come, yeah.
And sometimes they're trying to tell you something. But like a lot of times if you pay attention, like you could like get a feel of what they're trying to tell you. Usually when a crow comes by me, I usually associate that with like good riches, good opportunities, have a blessed day, like protection.
Is it because it's a black bird?
Yeah.
Because my grandmother used to always say that when my uncle would bring her money, she would say, go to the store for me, the blackbird pitch today. And she would always talk like blackbird with prosperity.
Yeah. I started thinking those ever since I first moved to California. And people tell me that like crows aren't that common in LA. Like you just don't typically see them in LA, but I see them all season around. The only time you'll see them is usually when it's like, you know, like you'll usually see them within like the spring, but I see them all year round, even in the winter, even when it's like fucking like raining. And I'm like, what the hell's going on?
They're coming for you.
Yeah, I'm like I'll step out of a house and like, and I'll, for example, like I'll go from Walmart, Target in my area. And then boom, I'll go all the way to Orange County, which is 30 minutes away, and that same crow literally just follows me. Or I'll walk outside of Best Buy, and there'll be a crow literally cawing at me, waiting for me to come out, and it'll leave once I walk past it. So
that might be your spirit bird.
Yeah.
Because Jada likes owls.
Okay.
Yeah, she's into owls. She likes that they're They can turn like their whole neck that way. That there's a lot of things she tells me that she likes, and I think it goes with like good luck and stuff like that too in certain cultures. Yeah.
Those are just good examples. But in general, sometimes animals are trying to tell you something. But I highly recommend if anybody wants moldavite, just go to moldavitefamily.com or just go to any crystal shop. They might have moldavite because this stuff is powerful.
Said to go to that specific one because they have the legit one because some people are doing knockoffs.
A lot of people are
so moldavitefamily.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll put it in a link too. And if you go to his videos, you can see. You guys be sure to go check him out if you like really cerebral type commentary. And funny too because he's funny as hell.
Thank you.
Funny. Go check out. When he comes on, he'll say I'm destined Troyce, but I call him Troyce because you know you call.
That's the nickname, Troyce.
Yeah, like my maiden name is McNabb, and a lot of people call my dad Mac. Okay. You know, but that's not a part of his name, right? It's just the McNabb, so it's kind of like that. So that's why I keep calling him Troyce here. Okay, yeah. Troyce, you tried everything. I am so proud of you. You even tried the damn pigtail. Oh, yeah. Which was your favorite?
I have to say that my favorite was definitely the stew chicken. The stew chicken was very flavorful. I really like it. I love how how there wasn't that much fat on it. It was very textural. And then I did like the meat pies. Very flavorful. Lots of meat in it. Like I like how it wasn't just like bread in every single bite. It was meat with the bread. And it tastes really good with this hot sauce, which I cannot wait to like take this home and like put it on like my.
You got the hotter ones. That's the mild. You have the hotter ones.
Yeah, can't wait to try those. Yep, can't wait to try the hotter ones. But I have to say that my favorite was definitely the stew chicken, the pepper sauce, incredible.
We can tell.
Amazing. I damn near ate the whole thing. You have that. Yeah. I love the pepper sauce. The stew chicken.
What? Something. Just a lid. Okay, we're good.
Let me see. But what are some of my favorites?
Did you like the oxtail?
The oxtail was okay. It was okay. I guess you could say like it was very like
it's very gummy.
Yeah, like it was like really thick and like a lot of fat. And usually I'm used to like oxtails being like so small and simple. I think it's because what I'm used to. But
these ones came from Costco and they're big ones. Yeah. But when you stew it and you cook it so that the meat becomes tender, it releases that gelatin thing in it. That's what gets it gummy and sticky. And that's how most Caribbean countries will make it. Like I saw Auntie Fee make oxtails one time and she cleaned it up, seasoned it, put a bunch of flour, a bunch of water in a pan, put it in oven and went shopping and came back like 5 hours later and that was ready. And we go, what the hell is that? I like Auntie Fee, but what the hell is that, right? So Joe's like, nah, I ain't gonna eat that. Because he doesn't like flour and stuff. Okay. He doesn't like breaded fried chicken and stuff. He doesn't like that. He wants it plain. He doesn't like breaded shrimp. You know, he doesn't like breading on things. So that's why he cooks it that way.
Oh, and I love the tortilla.
The garnachas one?
The garnachas with the cheese and the sauce and the beans. I love that. But if I have to say like my number one favorite, I really like the stew chicken. The stew chicken is
Daddy, your chicken one.
Yeah, the stew chicken, and of course the pepper sauce, top two.
Well, if you ever try a Belize restaurant, we're gonna tell you some names of some restaurant that people have told me because I don't eat at Belize restaurants. I don't eat out, period. Yeah. And if I do eat out, I don't want Belizean food. I want other people food. You know what I mean?
American food, other stuff.
Like that. So, but people have told me which ones are tasty, and if you go, then you have it to compare now. Yeah. You can come back and go, wait, Joe's chicken was better.
Also the sweet potatoes. Those are incredible.
Yeah, you ate that,
I'm like, wow, I've never had sweet potatoes like that before. But
we're gonna have to show you which one it is. Yeah. We'll tell you where to find the market.
Oh, and the rice was really good. The rice, I like how I like the mushiness.
The rice and beans.
Yeah, rice and beans. My rice and beans were really really good. I like the mushiness of it.
Well, we gave you a wonderful
And I did like
spread.
the flan. What is it
called?
Bread pudding?
It's bread pudding.
Love it. I want to eat another
Julie,
bite, actually.
he likes the bread pudding, Julie. And you tasted the cake, right?
Yes,
so this is more like a pound cake and then has the dulce de leche and stuff on it. Did you try this icing? What did you think about that icing? Some people don't like it at first taste.
Let me get another.
It's hard. Stop it. The icing's hard. It gets hard. It's royal icing and it's more like a candy. You see the texture? It's not like regular frosting, right?
It's not.
You taste the tartness in it?
I do.
It's just basically egg whites, powdered sugar, and lemon. That's all it is. And they like to put it on wedding cakes.
Okay. Well,
because it stands up pretty good, you know?
I'm going to have to eat the whole damn thing.
Don't worry, we have goodie bags for him. Troyce, I want to thank you for coming all the way out here. He never hesitated. The minute he said, write me again, he answered right away. I love the way you conduct business, by the way. He wrote right away and he says, I'm going to call you 2 days before the he gave me 4 dates that we could pick from.
Yeah.
And he said the 1st through the 4th or the 17th of April. And I think the 17th is Easter. You know if that's Easter? Well, I wouldn't have cared if he came on Easter. I would have still cooked for him. But I had that wedding to cook for on the 1st and then the wedding on the 2nd. So I said the 3rd or the 4th. Stupid me didn't realize that I would need the 3rd to cook for you. But you saw through that. I know you did. And you picked the 4th. Because I said the 3rd or the 4th and then realized I wouldn't be here to cook for you if you came on the 3rd. How would I have all this food for you, right? So he came on the 4th, which is today. And every step of the way, he contacted me to let me know, I'm still coming. You still gamed? You know, I'm still coming. And even when he was running late, you know, he's like, I'm still coming. And I'm like, don't, because when I'm running late, I get anxiety. I don't like to show up late for things. And so that's why I told you, don't worry, just chill. We're good. Because I figured you'd be the same way like I am. Because you were so precise with everything that I figured, I hope he's not having anxiety in the back of this Lyft or Uber because he thinks I'm dying over here from hunger. Because I ate fruits to get me through the day. And I just wanted to like have a conversation. That's why I didn't like eat a whole lot. But I'm so glad that you tasted everything.
Yeah. And I have and I'm organized because I have ADHD, so I usually have like structure. Like, let me check in with this person, have this and that, and like I don't know if you have ADHD, but that shit is. Like,
I think Joe has that. Probably. That's why you're gonna live forever and stay young forever because he doesn't slow down.
Yeah, most people who have ADHD are geniuses though. I can tell though because he said that he's making like cars and he's building like a cabinet and everything.
The fruit bowls. I'll show you the fruit bowls after.
And then he writes with both hands. Like I can tell
he plays the guitar with both hands.
Guitar with both hands. That's incredible. You're a genius. Most people.
I always tell him. And he says, you think I'm so artistic, but I'm not. I'm like, yes, you are. Because he's made the first little Jeep off of something on YouTube. That's it over there. See? Wow. You see how that white thing on the TV stand? See how low key that is? Then he just started to get crazy and put door and hinges and lights and headlights and mirrors and wheels. And I'm like, oh, okay. One of them has a gas can on it somewhere.
That's beautiful.
You know, he just started to get kind of cuckoos with it.
He's creative, really creative, really smart. He's a genius.
Thank you so much. You guys, I'm going to break this up into 2. Where is he with his phone? Hello? Your phone's ringing. He's hearing impaired, you know, Troyce. He's hearing impaired, and all he wants to do is be a singer.
Really?
Isn't that something?
He can sing too?
He can sing just like Jada. Yeah, so I can sing too. Jada get from us.
Oh, this is nice. You made this?
Yeah. From the stuff we ate off of.
Really? Wow. I would have never thought this is actually really cool.
He put all these little nuts and bolts in there. First he used to spot weld it, but then it got ugly and it started to fall apart. So then he figured out what to do with this.
See, I would put just onions, whatever you want to put in there, fruits and all.
Show it, baby. Show it on the camera right here. It's not. Show them what you're showing him. See? Okay, that's good.
This is wonderful. You gotta start selling these. You gotta sell these on like eBay and Amazon. You could even open like not a hardware store, like a figure, like an antique store.
Okay.
You're right.
Antique store.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this one up because we want Troyce to enjoy more things before he has to leave. Like Jada's gonna sing for him, and I want to thank you guys for watching. Please go over to his channel. It's all gonna be in the description. If this is video 2 you're watching or video 1, whatever it is, just go over to Troyce. And Troyce, I want you to come back in the future.
I will.
And then we'll do like the breakfast stuff.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of breakfast stuff that we couldn't cook everything, but I wanted you to get a wide variety of stuff. That's why I did it like this.
Okay.
And I don't think if people come in the future, I don't think they're gonna get a spread like Troyce.
Yeah.
You got the spread Sherry Shepherd got.
I feel special. I feel so special.
He's my first collab since Sherry Shepherd in 2016.
Wow.
And I count you as big time. I hope you know.
Really?
Yeah. You're big time. Oh my god. Oh my god. You guys. Bye. Sing your little song.
Oh. What song did I sing?
Whatever you sing at the end, you sing something at the end.
What's your favorite song? Who's your favorite artist? Mariah Carey, Beyonce, let's see, Aretha Franklin, Eartha Kitt, Stella Cruz.
Do Aretha Franklin.
Shit, I don't know. Eartha Franklin song. I'm like, oh shit.
Do you copyright stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna get copywritten, huh? What do you sing at the end? You just sing different things?
I just sing like random songs I can think of, like 90s R&B, 90s pop music.
You see, I make it through to the end of your videos, right?
Yeah, you definitely do. Anything with a good song.
Make your own song.
I'll make my own song. I'll change the note a little bit. I'll sing. That's what I usually do. That's why I don't get copyrighted when I sing songs. Cause I change the notes.
Okay.
Beautiful trees, I feel to be happy. You and I,
when I, like diamonds in the sky, I shine lights in the beautiful sea, a vision of ecstasy. You are like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright tonight, you and I. You're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. That's all you get for free. That's all you get for free. That's all you get for free.
The rest you gotta go to his Patreon.
Yeah. Patreon.
$2 damn a month. I'm gonna go
month.
join his Patreon.
Pay my bill to get my skill.
All right. Jada, we're done. Can you come end the camera for us? And then I want you to sing something for Troyce. Okay. Remember, guys, we're not buying this book. Pick up a copy of this book instead. Beans and Rice Volume 2 is the only Belizean cookbook backed by the Bear Pantry Show. Take a look at all these wonderful recipes you'll find inside the pages. Not interested in Belizean dishes? Then the Pantry Laid Bare with these better than restaurant quality comfort foods might be the perfect book for you. Only need a small batch or a meal for two? Then pick up a copy of No More Leftovers. Each book has many choices of delicious dishes from basic ingredients.